Hi guys, this is Dom from Start Gaming and Collectibles channel, and for this video, we will have a Genshin Impact video. This is gonna be one of many character spotlight slash review. So basically, for this video, we'll talk about Noelle, her specialty, her talents, and basically her role in Genshin Impact. So as you can see, we have Noelle, and for her first skill, or basically her normal attack, she can do 4 consecutive strikes, and basically on the last hit, it would do a 113% damage multiplier on the last hit. Now, for the charge attack, it's a continuous spinning attack that causes AoE damage to all surrounding enemies, and it only deals 50.7% damage multiplier, and then on the last hit it would deal 90.5% damage that would knock back the enemy. And do take note, if you're using the charge attack, it will continuously drain stamina. Now for the first skill, we have Breastplate. Breastplate, she basically summons an armor that absorbs damage based on Noelle's defense, plus a set amount from the skill. So basically, this is her timely planned escape route skill, or what you call time purse. So when the enemy is actually hitting you and you don't know what to do, you just say and you cast time purse. And now for her skill 2, this is what we call sweeping time. It's basically Noelle's main burst DPS and AoE skill, or area of effect skill, that also grants geo damage to her attack. So this is what you may call her killing skill, or what we call KS in other games, for tanks that do want to get the last hit on the enemy for some reason. And then for her third skill, which is a passive, it's Devotion. It's basically a safety net for your entire party that gives you extra survivability. So when your teammate falls below 30%, it will trigger a shield that would last for 20 seconds. And as for skill 4, the passive, it's nice and clean. It basically lowers the cooldown of Breastplate. And then for skill 5, Knight's Wood, it's a cooking skill that triggers when you have perfect cook on the defense boosting dish. Now, we move on to her, basically her gameplay. We're gonna see it in a bit. So for Noelle, as you can see, we're gonna check all of her gameplay. So here we go. So here is our normal attack, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, and then we do the charge attack. So it's a spinning charge attack, continuous, and then the last hit, it's gonna do a knockback, and basically it will send the enemies flying. So it's a good crowd control skill. Now for the normal attack, 4th skill, that's a big whack, and then again it's the increased damage multiplier. Now we did cast our Breastplate skill, and as you can see, we're actually healing the damage that was dealt to us. So we're gonna heal for level 1 Breastplate. It's actually a 50% chance to trigger the healing, and it's a certain amount of healing that will happen for Noelle. So let's look for enemies, and let's continue with the character spotlight. So there we can see one enemy. Let's see if we have enemies here. There we saw one. Okay, so there's 3 of them. So let's start off first with the Breastplate so that we can see the healing effect. So there, 168, 168. So again, the healing is triggered for the level 1, it's 50% chance. And then for the heal, it's a certain amount. It's a certain percentage of the character's HP. So the good thing is, once the skill is active, the Breastplate skill, the healing will actually be triggered by initial casting the skill. So we're trying to mob as many enemies as possible so that we can show Noelle's potential for tanking and also for healing. Now, once we cast it, see, there you go, there's a chance to. And then here is the second skill, the KS skill. As you can see, it's a super wide AoE or area of effect range, and it looks awesome, especially when you do the charge attack. It's like a spinning top of death, so it's gonna make Noelle put out insane DPS on that short burst. So again, it's only for a couple of seconds. It's not going to be permanent, but still, it's a sufficient, basically, source for DPS for Noelle. So not only can she take damage because she is mainly a tank for a party, and also she can support the party. She can provide somewhat of a decent heal, especially with her breastplate skill that triggers like 50% every time she does a normal attack or charge attack. And the good thing is the charge attack, and there you go, that's a launch attack, and it's a standard claymore launch attack. There you go, 4 hits for the normal attack. And then for the charge attack, it's a spinning attack, continuous, and then again it drains the stamina continuously as long as you're doing the charge attack. So let's see if we can find additional enemies. And then also, as you can see, once we cast the breastplate, it will deal an additional geo damage. But again, it's not going to be that much. It's just a minuscule geo damage. And the good thing is with the breastplate skill or our time burst skill is it can last for 12 seconds. It's almost half of the cooldown time, because again the cooldown time for our skill 1 or the breastplate skill is actually 24 seconds, and then it can last up to 12 seconds depending on if the enemy or if the damage they would take would be more than the allowed shield absorptions. Okay, so we can see one enemy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Not, and then we're doing the charge attack. This is what I normally do if I have the enemy pinned against the wall. I'll do a charge attack so that I can hit them continuously, and even if we do the knockback, they're just gonna be knocked back right beside you, so we'll just do continuous damage while the enemy is actually flying in, in the sky. So now here's the charge attack, 2, 3, 4, and knockback, and again charge attack. Since the enemy is near a stone, even though he is trying to shield the attack, it still went through, because again this is a claymore type weapon and normally they can pass through shield. So there we activated our breastplate. Boom. Now we send that enemy flying, so now we're doing normal attack. Again we send enemy flying, and we're gonna do the charge attack because again the enemy is near a wall, so he's gonna take the full force of those damage. Where's the other enemy that escaped? He's trying to burn himself to death, I know. And there we go. Good. And let's see if we can still find a couple more enemies. Okay, so there's 2 more enemies. Sadly, we can't use the basically the second skill or our KS skill because of the energy required. So now we're trying to get hit from this enemy so that I can show you how much the time first skill or the first skill of Noelle actually heals her and the party. And the good thing is, as you can see, we have Diluc. He is a bit damaged. So there we cast the breastplate, and then we're healing, and we're almost back to full health. There. So almost back to full health, guys. So again, don't underestimate Noelle's support and healing capabilities. If you're gonna ask me, if you're a free-to-play player, it's actually nice to invest on her, and it's actually nice to put her on your team because again she can provide tank for your team, a decent support with that healing. Basically she can provide a couple of healing with that breastplate skill, and then with her third skill that is actually a safety net, that once your character or the active character falls under 30% HP, it will trigger the skill, which will provide you a shield, and also that shield, it's gonna be lasting for 20 seconds and absorbs damage equal to 400% of Noelle's defense and has a cooldown of 60 seconds. So even if she's not in the party, she's actually helping it by giving that safety net to the active member. So again, Noelle is overall a good character, a good free-to-play character, especially if you're in need of a tank character. Then Noelle will be your girl. She'll provide you that support and that tankiness that you will need at the beginning of the game. If you get a better tank, then that's good. And so, guys, I would always recommend using Noelle, especially for free-to-play players. Again, guys, this is Dom from Start Gaming Collectibles channel. If you do enjoy this video, kindly drop us a like and subscribe. And if you want to check out our future content and you don't want to miss out on future content, you can always turn on all notifications. And again, guys, thank you for watching this video. You do have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.